Okay, so if you saw my last video talking about For Honor's content cycle, I talked about how I'm gonna make a video talking about pretty much every change I want to see made to this, fuck-ass game that we all love. Now, I think if we're gonna start anywhere, we're gonna start in this section, right? This screen. This is where it all mainly goes down. The core identity For Honor is these characters right here. All these guys, my boys. So the first thing I want to talk about, one change I'd like to see, is you see all of these, loadouts here that we have. We finally got new loadouts in For Honor, right? And they're fantastic. I love them. I use the majority stuff for like this because, different hero skins with different colors, all with the perks that I need for Dominion. But whose idea was it to keep the max gear at 60? We have 9 fits. For characters that don't have hero skins like Conk or anything like that, why do we keep the gear at 60? We raise it to 100 because then we can actually, fucking make the fits that we'd like without having everything so cramped in that 60 gear limit. Speaking of gear, this game has one of the worst scavenge systems I've ever seen in my life. This right here is the biggest fucking piece of shit RNG I've ever seen in my life. It is so abysmal. I have spent 15k steel so far, and I've played a lot of Conk. About 2 extra reps since I started playing For Honor again, after my 5-day break. I had about 2 extra reps on this character. Since then, I spent about 15,000 steel and 2 reps trying to get this chest piece, and I can't get it. I only have 3 left. I can't get any of them. I just keep getting straight duplicates, and I'm opening up the armor packs and everything. Just straight duplicates, dude. If you're not gonna fix the RNG system, which I get might not be the easiest thing, if you're not going to fix it, please stop making it cost steel. Why is it that when we sit here and we dismantle a piece of gear, right, our salvage goes up, and we spend the salvage on upgrading? It costs some salvage to upgrade, and you spend salvage on XP tickets. Why is it that you break down gear for salvage, but you don't spend salvage to get more gear? Why does it cost fucking a premium pack costs a daily order's worth of fucking steel? That's so dumb. Please make it cost salvage to open up crates. Using my hard-earned precious steel, and you guys should see my goddamn purchases during this game. I have bought a lot of steel. My friends can tell you, they've seen my purchase page. It's pages, tens of pages long. It's fucking. That's because I love this game, and I make money on YouTube, and I usually spend the money right back either on stuff for my room like decorations, or I just spend it right back into the game. But still, my precious steel I shouldn't be using to spend on opening up gear. And again, speaking more about gear, we're going to talk about perks really quick. The perk system is fucking horrible. The devs know that it's horrible because they don't give new heavies heavy perks because they know how fucking horrible they are. You just sit here for every character and you try your absolute goddamn damnedest to try and get the perfect perk setup. Right? You get heavy perks on heavy characters, and then you get the meta 3 perks on these characters. Sometimes people switch it up with bulk up and remedy and shit like that. But you're just trying your hardest to get all the heavy perks. That way you can compete in Dominion. I'm not saying nerf the perks that we have, albeit Bastion, Last Stand, Vengeful Barrier should be nerfed, especially Vengeful Barrier being a revenge shield bug still. Why can't we get more perks? I've said this for a long time. Maybe I'll make an entire fucking video dedicated to perks. But a perk where if I get, think about it like a goddamn install in a game like Tekken or Street Fighter. I do enough damage with my weapon, it ignites on fire, or it does something. How cool that'd be if my weapon just ignites into flames, and then I just start doing fire damage. Or for shield characters, they have certain perks where their bashes deal just a bit more stamina damage if they don't have stamina damage already. Like Conk doesn't do stamina damage. I miss the days, and I don't miss the days of Conk Stamina Bully. But put a perk on him where he has a shield. He does a little bit more stamina damage on bashes with that perk. It procs every once in a while. That's just, perks need to be adjusted. I think we all know that. We're still going to stick in this character section. Warden having Trebuchet and Feeble and shit like that, I don't understand. He gets to have Death Toll and Enfeeble and Total Recovery and Trebuchet when characters with Body Count and with Catapult don't get it. Why does Warden get to have these feats, like Death Toll and Trebuchet, when characters with Catapult and with Body Count just have to stay the way they are? Warden's a goddamn mid slave. He can heal himself in mid now. That used to be the case if you're an OG. You guys remember body count actually used to be good. Remember Aramusha, infinite lights on minion lane? Dude, he could clear minions for fucking days, dude. It was so nice. And they nerfed it, but then they just gave it to Warden. So characters that have body count and they have catapult, give them death toll and give them trebuchet. You can call death toll something fucking different. You can call trebuchet whatever you want for the other characters. You can have it Warden specific, but give them the variant, the equivalent to what he has on the characters that have the opposite. And I'm going to talk about this because this is one of my least favorite things that I've seen For Honor ever do. Warden and Warmonger got 100 MS input bashes, but we stripped that from BP, from Conk, and from Warlord. So you give characters with the best forward bashes in the game, be it that they are feintable and variable timed, and do bleed and stamina damage and pause. You give them 100 MS input, but you give Conk, who has a 13 damage forward bash, a 300 MS input. You give BPs, who granted does do stamina damage as 10 pause, but you take her 100 MS input away and give her a 300. And Warlords, who is a complete chain finisher, a fucking 300 MS input that gets him guard broken in teamfights or in 2v1s. What brain dead fucking changes that you give characters with the best bashes, the best forward MS input, but you take away characters with fucking super mid forward bashes? It doesn't fucking compute in my fucking little gay brain. I don't understand. You know, another thing that I would like to see nerfed before we move into some more character things. We will move on from characters soon, I promise. But you know, bleed ticks not feeding revenge. Why don't they feed revenge? That is fucking atrocious. That is horrid. These characters like Peacekeeper and Shaman and Glad and fucking Nobu, especially Nobu, is super frustrating to deal with. Speaking of Nobu, Way of the Shark, get rid of that entirely. It is the most broken horse shit in the fucking world. I despise it with all of my heart. We're gonna move on to a few feats, just a few feats. I don't want to talk too long about feats. Off-screen projectiles need to stop doing 50 damage minimum. That is horrible, dude. They have to make them do a heavy's worth of damage, and that's it. 24 off-screen damage. You can't even complain about that. You know, big damaging fourth feats, I really don't even mind them. It's just, why do healing feats suck so much? Like, why does Griffin feel so lackluster? Why does Stalwart Banner feel so ass? Champion's Aura feel so ass to pop? Umbral Shelter. The only one that's like really good is like Phalanx, but buff healing feats. It's fine to have big damage, but let me counter that damage, please. Speaking of healing feats, one that I think needs to be looked at, and especially in combination, is Indomitable. Indomitable procs way too much, way too often. That one needs to get nerfed. It needs to get changed. Life Leech, Tiandi should not be pairing Life Leech with Indomitable. That is horrible. That's a terrible design. Please fucking nerf that. And I want to talk about Nabushi again. Her tier 2 Arrow Strike does way too much damage. Nerf the damage on that, and especially if you're not going to nerf Way of the Shark right now, nerf her being able to use Way of the Shark with feats. It makes no fucking sense. It's horrible. That's pretty much what I want to talk about for characters. Let's move on to other things. Ranked. Why is it still in beta? Remove it from beta. I want to make a video talking about how the ranked mode can get changed, but that needs to get changed. Orders. You see it right now. Refreshing in 30 hours. Why does it take 30 hours to refresh orders? Please, God. Every 24 hours, every like 28 hours, release new orders. It should not be taking over a day and a half to get new fucking contract orders for people. Speaking of contract orders, this specifically, stop pairing one game mode up in two things. It is horrible. Stop fucking doing that. It is so annoying to see two brawling orders taking up my contract orders. If you're not going to add new orders, and if you're going to keep pairing up bullshit like this, allow us to use our salvage to re-roll these orders, please. Never let us pick our own orders, but allow us to re-roll orders with salvage, please. Because this like pairing up is terrible. It's a terrible idea. This needs to give 200 more steel. This needs to give 250 more steel. That's my point right there. That's it. Now, one thing I want to talk about is like general map design. Very small things. Stuff like when you're in a team fight and you're getting one shot by map hazards, fucking why do they insta kill? Dude, let me bounce off of this for like a heavy's worth of damage and maybe like a little bit of bleed because it's a spiked wall. Like in Tekken, you hit a wall hazard, you don't instantly die, you don't ring out like in old Soul Calibur games, you would ring out. So annoying. I'm fine with map hazards, but why do they one-shot? It is fucking ridiculous. Things like this I'm sort of okay with. I mean, I'd like them gone for some of them, but things like this one can stay, but why does it insta-kill? Like, why? I love Shard, but this section is so miserable to fight in because of these columns right here in the back. Super annoying to just walk around them. This wall in between makes it so difficult to fucking fight somebody that's just running around it until it is just open up this point. Open up maps where points like this are super crowded with pillars and walls. I'm constantly hitting the walls in between these two lanes with this wall with the statues on it. I'm so sick of hitting them. So tired of it. On every map, please remove these ledge points like this. Need to go, dude. One of the big complaints I heard from For Honor players, like when this game first was like getting super popular, was we really hate getting ledged. Nobody likes to get one shot. It is not fun. It's unenjoyable. It makes people want to fucking quit because there's no skill expression in one shots. So just patch up the fucking like all the fucking ledges on points, please. Just get rid of them, unless they have a way to get back up, like on High Fort. When you get ledged on A, why does that insta kill? It doesn't need to insta kill. Make all fucking like drops like that only do like 50-60 damage maybe, and if you have less health than that, then it kills. But it shouldn't be like damn near one-shotting every fucking time. This isn't a prime example right here of map hazards that I fucking absolutely despise. This fire pit, being able to throw someone into it, they bounce off, you get a heavy, and then they sometimes bounce back in for like over half your health is just, bro, why? This map, this point is so crowded because of this fucking fire pit. Every fire pit, stuff like that. Just get rid of them, dude. This point would be so nice if it was just open. Why is there a fire? Why is there a flaming cart? How did you even get a cart down here? Why is there this down here? This fucking stairs and then a ladder. What is up with that? That is super annoying. And again, this right here, I've had it so many times where I've had enemies and teammates, or I've gotten ledged or they've ledged somebody with like fucking Stampede Charge or Crouching Charge or Impale on Lawbringer. They just fucking die in this pit. In Brawls, this whole section's open. Make this a fightable, or a section where you can fight on. Open up this section a bit more, and put a bridge there, put the drawbridge down, the one that's right fucking here, and remove this goddamn fucking fire pit, please. And while we're right here, ladders, dude. Oh my god, ladders are the most miserable thing in this whole game. In what world can I not just like, there's some fucking, look, here's some goober right here, like kissing this ladder right here, camping it, being a fucking nerd. Why is it that I'm right here with I'm handy capable, I'm not an amputee, I have 2 arms. I'm not saying For Honor needs a fucking a mechanic where physics where I tip this ladder down, but can I not just shake the fucking thing? I put one hand here and I put one hand right here and I just start wiggling the bitch. Why don't they just fall? Why do I have to fucking rotate all the way down here, stare at some dude's ass right here, and then have to slide up? They slide down, I fall, I die. Miserable experience. Make ladders shakeable so you can shake people off, please. Another thing with ladders. You're coming down onto a point. There's 2 perfectly good staircases. Why would you not use them? But still, say you want to use a ladder because it's right there. It's faster to get from C point to B point. I start coming down this bitch. There's some nerd foaming at the mouth, ready to eat my dick, and I take a full heavy's worth of damage coming off the ladder. Why? What? In what world am I? Is that okay? Please give me some damage reduction while coming off ladders, please. So, I'm sitting here clearing minions like a good gladiator, like every good gladiator should, kill me. I'm sitting here, you fighting the minions, they just start fucking me. Look at this hit stun. Look at this. It's ridiculous. These little fuckers who die to this, why are they damaging me at all? Why is it when I try to run past them, they eat me alive, right? They're goddamn little walls. What am I stuck on? They're midgets. Minions stopping executions. Why did we start doing that? Why do minions halt anything? They're goddamn, they have the word minion, it's like damn near a slur. Why? They're useless fucking creatures in this MOBA mode. Why do they stop executions? They didn't used to. Please return that. I already get shredded. Dude, I haven't fucking fought a soul. Look at my health bar. I've just been clearing. Make them stop stopping executions, please. Another thing I want to talk about. Revenge bar being visible to players. It didn't used to be visible to players. Hide it again, please, because I've had a million clips where I'm just getting puppy guarded to death because I have 3/4 revenge and they will not touch me. Revenge is already such a useless mechanic. Just hide my bar like they used to, please. Please God. Another thing with Revenge. Revenge needs to have super armor. I should never get guard broken mid-chain, hit stunned by lights, reset by hit stun by Orochi kicks. Never. Never in Revenge. That should never fucking happen. I'm not even saying, like, I already hate getting, like, guard broken after finishers. Like, I headbutt once with Warlord, I'm dead because I get guard broken and thrown around like a fucking toy. I should never be getting guard broken mid-chain or beat up by, like, regular light attacks or stunned in Revenge ever. Never. Everyone should be like Highlander in Offensive Stance. That motherfucker is an absolute unit in Revenge. If he's in Revenge, it is his turn until he's out of it. Please make Revenge bar, like, hide it again, and I should be pretty much a super armor unstoppable god until it ends, because it already doesn't end. It already doesn't last long enough. But still, it is so ridiculous to be getting guard broken mid-chain and hit stun by lights and kicks. In Revenge, mind you, it is just horrible. Another thing with Revenge, please stop letting bleed attacks bleed through the Revenge bar. Like when you come out of fucking Revenge against a Nobu, if you don't target her, you're dead. I have that shield, make it tick down my shield, not my health underneath. That makes no sense. That's so dumb. You know, another thing would just to be adding I think From made this point as well, an emote and execution wheel. I have all of these executions. I mean, Centurion's had a good example. Glad is a better example for me of a character that I have a lot of executions on that I just really can't use. I can only use 4 of them. I have quite a lot of executions on this character, but I can't use them because I can only use 4. So add an execution and an emote wheel so that we can actually utilize the things that we're paying for, not have to fucking put it on a certain outfit that you might not even like or want. Okay, so I don't mind that, like, drop attacks exist, but in what world does that have to do 2,000 damage? Just make drop attacks do, like, autonomy's worth like 27 to 28 or 35 at the most, but 2k is actually just like retarded. Yeah, those are pretty much like all the major changes that, like, I want to see added to the game to make it more bearable for all of us, because so I just be losing my mind, bro. I can only take so much mental fucking trauma from this game. Let me know what you guys think, if you agree with any of these things, if you don't agree with some of them, what you think you would change, anything that I missed. Yeah, I'm out of here. Bye bye.